Hey ho, guys and gals, and hello, my friends. This is your host, Joe, with my co host, Dude. Life with Yosef. It's the 19th of May, and as I'm publishing my update that I filmed today, I looked at when I started talking about Amtrak, and I thought I'd make a separate vlog about my Amtrak idea. So I had run the film, but I had it on what I'm publishing, and I think it was a little bit too long-winded. So I'm going to have it separate here, and you're going to see that now. Now, I still have my $889 Amtrak voucher. It expires in February, and I had to edit some of this down because I really rambled. Do I want to do the same trip that I tried and was unsuccessful on? And the answer is no. I rode the Southwest Chief, which I hadn't ridden. I rode it to Illinois and back. I've seen it okay. I watch a gal on YouTube, Babe Traveling. She is a Filipina American who does a lot of Vegas type content, and she rode the what used to be called the San Joaquin. Now you start in Los Angeles at Union Station. You take the Amtrak provided bus to Bakersfield, and then you get on the passenger train. No sleeping or sleepers or any of that. It's just a straight, very comfortable coach seat. And you take that up the spine of the Central Valley, and it will eventually, I think it ends at Martinez or somewhere out there, but I would get off in in Stockton, and then I would ride the connector bus up to Sacramento. I would stay over in Sacramento, and then I would get on the Coast Starlight early in the morning, ride all the way down to Union Station, like I did when my brother and when he picked me up in Flagstaff, and we went to Chicago. It's one of the most, from Gaviota all the way down the coast to almost Los Angeles County, is truly some of the most beautiful train views in the country, and you're right on the ocean. You are in between the freeway and the ocean, and let me see if I can't cut in some film right here. If you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't. Our next stop of the day, about 1 o'clock, finds us at Arroyo Hondo, or Arroyo Hondo Creek, but Arroyo means creek in Spanish, so this bridge is the original and earlier US 101 bridge. If I think of it, I've got a picture of a still of me posing here in 2014 when we went on the road, and we went to Santa Barbara was our first stop. So I'll splice it in here if it's there. Now, as I overdub this is how close Amtrak is to the ocean right here. And the tracks are in between the freeway and the ocean. It's an awesome, awesome place. I'm standing on the shoulder in the median of Highway 101. My mom will just have a spasm when she sees this, but I want you to look at the skid marks that go right into the tree. I had to stop and get a picture of that. We're going to pull off here at the Vista Point and take some pictures in just a minute. Our next stop at 2:45 in the afternoon finds us at a Vista Point off of US 101, a couple of miles north of our campground, which is about 20 miles north of Santa Barbara. You can see one of the Channel Islands out there in the mist. And then a little easier to see, you could see oil derricks. As an oil gusher or an oil spill out here about 35 years ago really cracked down on the oil industry in this state when the beaches were all fouled after an oil spill. The main line Southern Pacific track is right beneath us. We can hear them from our campground. They honk. Thank you. There's a bridge I want to look at here too. And now we're at the old US 101 bridge over Arroyo, Hondo. They ought to have a plaque or something here, but they don't. And then you could see 101, the current 101, and the railroad tracks, the SP. The Coast Starlight and the Coast Daylight run on these tracks. So you can get some scenery on the coast, as you could see out your window. This is a sharp spot. We're almost ready to pack it in for today. I may sit in the hot tub for a while. So it's all good. We'll see you tomorrow or Sunday. So I would end up in Los Angeles 9 or 10 at night. I'd stay over, and then I'd get up the next morning and make my way back to Union Station, wait in the very plush Ambassadors Club, which you get when you have a sleeper ticket, and then I would ride the train back out to Kingman, and then I would go home. That's fairly cost efficient. Or I would ride the train to Union Station, and then I would stay at the station all day. I wouldn't leave. I would just sit there and entertain myself. You know, I have internet. I bring my own, so I'm good to go. And I think it leaves at 9 or 10 at night, but the Texas Star goes to Chicago, but not the same way the Southwest Chief does. This one runs through Palm Springs, Tucson, and into Texas, and then goes up the spine of the country, not stopping at the same stations as the Southwest Chief does. It does not stop at Naperville. It stops all the way in Chicago at Union Station. So I would have to figure out where I would get off. Do I take an Uber to Naperville? Do I just stay in Chicago? I didn't want to stay in Chicago because of the hotel rates. But for what my mistake cost me, maybe it's a better thing. So, and then I would ride home on the Zephyr. The Zephyr's really pretty, and I've ridden back and forth to Denver on the Zephyr, and I've ridden to Chicago on the Zephyr. So I would just ride home. There are some things that I want to film and talk about. I would stay in Sacramento, and then the next morning I would get up, ride the Starlight down, like I talked about on the if I just took the San Joaquin. So that's going to be my Amtrak ideas. I went ahead and made this separate, and I threw some bonus footage in so at Arroyo Hondo, so you can see just how nice of a view we're talking. This is, as always, your host, Joe, with my co-host, Dude, Life with Yosef. Thank you for watching the Amtrak thoughts. Enjoy your day. Peace be with you. Thank you for watching and subscribing. May Freya, in her infinite wisdom, continue to show us favor on the hunt through her fields so soft and green, now and in the afterlife.
Strength and honor.
Strength and honor.
Know your worth and never fucking forget it.
You'll never stop on the way back.
And we'll see you for the next one.